Hey, my Pilates people, welcome to my channel, Connect and Move. My name is Jessica. Today I have for you a foam roller session, kind of like a mix between foam roller and mat. This one is going to be tough. At least I thought it was. So I have to give all the credit to a lady I took a class with or a session with, Sonje Mayo. And she took me through all of what I'm gonna take you through today. And it was very tough. It was very, very humbling, very tough. For your foam roller, you need a long foam roller, and ideally, not the hardest one you've got access to. Like, have one that has some give to it because you're gonna be lying across it. And then at some point we'll place our shins on it. And to be honest, I don't like putting my shins on these. I think it's very uncomfortable. So maybe grab a pad or something that you can put on here when we do these kind of knee stretches in and out. So that's it. Josie's gonna be moving for me today, so she's gonna feel all the things hopefully that I felt. Oh, abs were sore. Okay, so honor your body, all the things. Let's get moving. So we're gonna start foam roller. No cat, no Buddha, hopefully. I'm kidding, Buddha, you can hang out. Foam roller is gonna be long ways, and you're gonna have a seat on your foam roller and you're gonna lie on your back. Yep, so just get yourself sorted, go ahead and lie back and just make sure that obviously your head is on, your booty is on, get yourself situated here, and then we can get moving. Okay, so let's just start. Arms are down by your side, feet are where you feel comfortable and like you're not gonna roll off the place, okay? And then all I want you to do here is just maybe kind of rock from right to left, just rock back and forth, just so you can like let your body know, hey, I'm on an unstable surface. Please don't fall off at any point. It may happen, it may not, right? So once you've done that a couple of times, just go ahead and center yourself. And then just think of finding that long line of energy out through the crown of your head and down through your tailbone here. And then just start to feel your ribs kind of sink heavy into the roller. And then because the roller is like in line with your spine, maybe think of the back ribs almost like they were wrapping around the foam roller. So you're just breathing right now, hopefully, but think of like putting your breath into the back ribs here. So you can really feel that opening up, and then also your chest opening up here as well. And now start to settle into your natural neutral, right? So you have that little space in the small of your back, okay? And now holding your neutral pelvis as best you can you sink your low back into the roller? I might say mat at some point, but know that I'm talking about the roller. Now, if in order to get your ribs and your low back, your whole back into the roller, you have to tuck the pelvis a little bit, that's okay, okay? But try your best to limit it as much as you can, okay? So now I want you to bring your legs zipped up together. So feet are still down. Okay, so just feel this, hi Buddha, hi baby. When he wants love now. No excuses. Okay, so your ribs are drawing down into the roller, your back is drawing down, your legs are zipped up, your arms are reaching, but also pressing down. The more contact of your arms to the mat, the more stable you're gonna be. Can you keep this long imprint of the spine and now hover both feet up off the mat? We're gonna get right into it. Yes, and hold. Obviously, the lower the hover, the harder. Buddha, please don't make this harder on her than it already is. Yeah, he's really challenging your balance. Good, and then lower the feet back down, right? Hello, right? Asking a lot of work right away, okay? So go ahead and sink the belly, sink the back ribs, sink the back, and try to hover your feet up just 1 or 2 inches and hold. Good, and you're really trying to draw the belly down. Yes, we're holding, obviously trying not to fall while a cat jams his head into you, and then lower the feet back down. Buddha, really my boy. So let's do that one more time, okay? So again, really sink the back into the roller, hover the feet up, and just stay here and breathe, right? Send your breath to the back ribs, and with each exhale, maybe you sink the belly, sink the back a little bit more. Hold, 2, 3, beautiful, and then lower the feet back down with control. Fabulous, okay. So now once again, holding your long imprint, I just want you to reach your right arm up and maybe back behind you. Yep. You're just testing the range in your shoulder, and then go ahead and lower the arm back down. The left arm is gonna come up and back. Again, we're trying to keep the ribs heavy, and then arm comes back down. Beautiful. And now let's take both arms up. Balance challenge, I know, beautiful. Yeah, and then take the arms back down. So you only going as far as you can keep the ribs in your imprinted spine, right? The ribs down. Let's do that again. Arms go up and back. Think of creating space between fingertips and chest. He's going crazy behind you. And then arms lift up and down. Okay, so we're gonna try to keep the legs or start with the legs zipped up together. If you feel like this is too much for your balance, you can separate the feet a little bit, okay? So let's pick the right arm up and then pick your left foot up and just hold it here. Still working in this long imprint. I know we're trying to hold our balance, and then lower the arm and the foot down. Let's do the other side. Opposite arm, opposite foot, holding strong. These are always way harder than what they appear to be. And then lower back down. Now, I want you to continue to do this, but try to time it. So the foot and the hand leave at the exact same time. Yeah, this was my challenge right here. And as they come down, foot and hand hit at the same time. Yeah, I got yelled at for not doing that one right. I just couldn't get the timing right. Good, and then lower down. We're gonna do one more time on each side. Again, base of the ribs are sinking heavy into the roller. Other leg is obviously strong as the other leg is up. It's always one side harder. Other side, last one here. There you go. Good, and then down. Okay, we're gonna do something crazy. I promise I mean what I say here. Can you lift your right hand and your right foot up? Just don't fall over. Oh, I know. Yep. Good, yeah, this looks good. Geez, I would have fallen over. And then time the foot and the hand down. Other side. Yes, obviously you have to use the pushing down through the foot and the hand here. Good, and then lower down. Good, play around with your weight shift. I feel like where your body wants to go, maybe play around with leaning away from where your body wants to go. Just see, yeah, just play around with it. Super hard. She's killing this right now. I don't want to show you how, I'm glad she's doing it, because if it was me, I wouldn't even be demonstrating it. I would just sit up and ask you to do this. I had to say something, sorry. Yes, good. This is so tough. Yes, and then time the foot and the hand down. Okay, all right. So bring your legs kind of zipped up together here again. Yep, kind of recalibrate things. Find your long imprint. You're gonna keep your hands onto the mat here. And then I want you to go ahead and curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Look down your front body, look down at your low belly here, and just make sure that your pelvis hasn't tucked under, right? We're trying to keep it as long as we possibly can. Good, and then just lower back down. Right, we're kind of bending at the center spine. Okay, let's do that again. Arms can kind of glide forward. Curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. Find this kind of heel to seat connection here. Good, and then lower right back down. Beautiful, one more time like that. Really try to get the shoulder blades up off of the roller here, almost like the weight of your head could go into your stomach, and then lower back down. Okay, now head is gonna stay down, find that long imprint, and now, I know. So find your long imprint and now hover the feet and then bring them up into a tabletop position. Okay, another balance challenge if you haven't already figured it out. That's what we're doing today. Could you now curl your head, neck, and shoulders up? Look down your front body. Yes, use your hands. Even get your forearms into the mat if that helps. Now, could you stretch your legs out away from you? And then pull them back in. Yes, remember we keep the long imprint. Send the legs out and hold here. Keep trying to curl your chest up and over your belly. We're gonna hold here. So I want you to really breathe here. Breathe into your back ribs. And then as you exhale, really deepen the connection to your stomach, okay? Your hands are gonna stay down. I don't expect you to hover your hands. This is your 100 here. That's all we're doing is you're just breathing, living your best life right here. You can always have your head down. I know this is freaking tough. Let's do one more set. Take a big breath in. And then big breath out, maybe curl up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Good. And then lower everything down with as much grace, much control as you can. Place the feet down. Yeah, that's nice. Okay. So without falling off, like if you're on a Cadillac, without falling off, let's roll you over or roll up, and let's just place the roller off to the side. I know. So just place the roller off to the side. We're gonna do a little bit of mat work and then we're gonna come back to it. Okay, so go ahead and lie down. The mat probably is gonna feel really good to your back here. Yeah, and just have your legs long. Yep, so legs are long and zipped up together. You can be in a little Pilates V or parallel, doesn't matter, but I do want you to find a little push down through your heels so the back of the legs are engaged. Go ahead and reach your arms up. Yep, and then just feel that the ribs are drawing down into the mat and take your arms back behind you. Just find a big, big inhale. And then on your exhale, pick the arms up, pick the weight of your head up and just roll yourself up and over. As you round forward, yes, think of keeping the weight into your hips and lifting the ribs off of your thighs. Now imagine you're under a low ceiling. Start to roll yourself back. Think of those heels pinning down and the back of your legs really pushing or drawing down into the mat. There you go, find that true articulation on the way down. Beautiful, once your head hits the mat, arms reach back behind you. Keep your ribs heavy though, no good morning stretch today. Arms pick up, find your broad collarbone. Want you to go up and over. Up and over, there you go. There you go, round forward. Think of getting longer in this rounded shape. So as the chest comes forward, the ribs pull back. Remember, you're under that low ceiling. Go ahead and roll yourself back. Take a look at your thighs and just see that they're kind of long and relaxed. A lot of times we want to grip here. How relaxed can you get the quads? It's tough. Yeah, good. Ribs heavy, arms go back. Buddha's very intrigued. He's like, should I not? Arms pick up. 2 more times here, up and over. Pull the belly back, there you go. Again, weight stays in your hips. It's almost like the pelvis still trying to curl back as your chest goes forward. Good, and now roll yourself back. Try to relax your thighs as much as you can. Maybe even you take your hands on them and kind of jiggle them around a little bit and just try to loosen them up. It's tough. Good, last one here, arms go back, you got it. Arms pick up and over. Pin those heels down as best you can. There you go, stretch forward, round forward. Beautiful, good, and then roll yourself back. Control the back. So if you struggle with these, really work on the eccentric, work on the negative, some people will call it. There it is. Maybe relax the shoulders a little bit more on the way back. Beautiful, beautiful. Now, once you're down here, go ahead and press your arms down into the mat. If you're on a Cadillac, you could take your hands to kind of the side of the carriage or the side of the Cadillac or the mat. Maybe you try both. Okay, so let's go ahead now. Let's bring your right knee into your chest. Good, and then straighten the leg up to the sky. Okay, so let's, with the left foot, left knee, let's bend it a little bit. Bend it a little bit, good, and exactly, we're gonna flex that foot. So I want you to dig that heel in and feel like you're pulling it to your left seat. This left leg is not gonna move. Your pelvis is not gonna move. Sink your ribs heavy into the mat. All I want you to do is just cross the body with your right leg, right hip stays heavy, and then bring it back to center. One more time, we cross the body and then bring it back to center. Now, because this left knee is bent, it's gonna limit our circle, okay? So do what you can. We're gonna kind of cross the body. We're gonna lower the leg down. There you go. It's gonna circle around and then back up. So today, we're keeping the hip down and we're keeping the pelvis stable. Hopefully there's no objects or live animals in your way while you do this. And of course that left leg is solid. And I don't know about you, but I think this is harder with the bent knee. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more instability here. I don't have as much connection to the mat. And of course the collarbone is broad, arms are active. So the next time the leg comes up, you pause and then we reverse our circles. So the name of the game is stability here. The only thing that's moving is, geez, Buddha, is the right leg. You know, this was supposed to be like a really serious session today and you're making it fun and I'm all about it. Geez, Buddha. Okay, can we get out of our business, please? Do one more circle here. Beautiful. Once the leg is up, just go ahead and hug the knee in. Just give it a good hug in. Find a little stretch. All right, let's go ahead and switch sides. So right heel is into the mat. Try to kind of match it up there. Awesome, left leg goes up. Okay, so think of like a little bit of inner thigh energy here because I know a lot of times that right knee wants to kind of wobble out to the side. So let's just do that little tick-tock here. Leg goes across and then it goes back up. Good. Arms are pressing down or they're hugging in. And then when you're ready, the leg goes across, it kind of drags across the inner thigh, around and up. Obviously, the bigger your circles here, the harder it's gonna be to hold your pelvis stable. And I didn't say it on the other side, but ideally in this position, I want you in that long imprint. So the back is into the mat, the back ribs are bolted. Yes, looks super stable. Good, the next time your leg is up at your 90, check all your boxes and then reverse your circles. And wherever your arms are at, think of them reaching away from the crown of your head so the sides of the neck are nice and long. Maybe you like loosen the grit on your teeth. And then leg comes up, beautiful, and just go ahead and fold the knee in, give it a good hug in. In fact, bring both knees into your chest, grab onto your shins or the back of your legs, you pick, okay? So elbows are kind of wide here. We're pulling our shins in, but also pushing our shins up, okay? From here, let's kind of rock and roll you up to a seated position and try to come to a hover. Yep, do what you gotta do to get up there. There you go. And then pause at the top. There you go, you're good. Alrighty, so feet are hovering. Again, grabbing onto the back of the legs a little bit easier, the shins or the ankles a little bit harder, okay? So you're kind of in this hovering position or this balanced position, okay? Really think of your butt creases kind of lifting up away from the mat and your low abdomen pulling away from your thighs. So yes, right, we're really deepening the scoop. Now keep this shape and then rock back, lift the hips, and then rock yourself back up. There you go, good. You inhale as you rock back, and then exhale, rock up. You're keeping that hand to leg connection. There you go. And you're trying to make the rock back as smooth as you can. Yes. Good. Now, if you're feeling good with this, keep rocking, keep rolling. Maybe you loosen up the grip on your legs and maybe you just kind of hold your arms out in front of you as you rock. You pick. Really work the lift of the hips. You're only going back to about the tip of your shoulder blades. Let's do 2. Yes, nice broad upper back. Last one. Beautiful, come up in balance and then place the feet down. Let's grab your roller again, place it long ways on your mat and we're gonna lie down on your on the roller just like we did in the beginning. Okay, remember you can always have your head down, okay? Series of 5, really series of 4 here, okay? So, work in this long imprint, right, with as little tuck of your pelvis as you can, okay? Arms are long down by your side. The more contact of your arm, the easier this is gonna be, more support, okay? So really sink those back ribs, sink the back, and now let's lift the legs up into tabletop. Okay, now, if it's available, can you curl your head, neck, and shoulders up? Hands might slide down a little bit more. Good, stay looking at your low belly. Right leg goes out, left knee pulls in, single leg stretch, and switch. Yeah, you might have to move a little bit slower because we don't want to fall off, right? Good, but work that opposition. Let those inner thighs kiss as they pass in space. I know, yeah, move your hands around, do what you gotta do. Good, let's do 2, because these are kind of awful. Last one, it's gonna get awfuler though. Good, and now bring both legs zipped up together. They are super glued together. Send both legs out, keep the weight down through your ribs. Good, and then bend the knees in. Holy cannoli. I like an inhale as the legs go out, and then exhale, maybe curl up higher as the knees come in. 2 more, legs stretch out. Good, and then exhale, pull back in. I know, listen, Linda, they're tough. Good, beautiful. Bring the knees in. Now stretch the legs up to the sky. We're gonna go right to it. Good, right leg stays pulling back towards your chest. Left leg lowers down for scissors. I know, and then switch. Because we wanna move fast. We're like, I'm used to this dynamic movement. Like obviously, yeah, we're trying to get there, but on this roller, oof, might have to reel it in. There you go, I know, you got it. Keep trying to curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. I know, it's tough for 3 and 2. Are we feeling abs? Last one. Beautiful, now bring your legs zipped up. No daylight between your legs. Push the legs down, keep the weight down through your low ribs, push them down, and then lift them up. Do not let your back leave the roller. Push the legs down, reach away, feet in straps, and then lift the legs up. 2 more here. Low belly stays drawing down, low belly stays drawing down. There it is, Josie, right there. Good, lift up, good. 1 more. Reach across the room. Yes, stick it in, good. And then hug the knees in. Let's come off. Do away with the roller. Let's do crisscross, not on the roller, thank goodness. I know. So roller goes off, go lying back on your back, lying on your back on the mat for crisscross. It's nice to get a break though, between the series of 5 there. So bring your knees into your chest, still in that kind of long imprint. Interlace the webbing of your fingers, hands behind the base of your skull, okay? So elbows stay in your peripheral, curl your head, neck, and shoulders up. And then feel like you're tractioning your head up, almost like the back of your ears are lifting up to the sky. Right knee stays in, left leg goes out, left armpit comes up and over. Lift that right shoulder blade up off the mat, good, and then switch to the other side. There you go. Good, try to keep both shoulder blades off the mat. And let's make this kind of fast because we couldn't really move fast over there. There you go. Think of keeping your head in line with your center as if you were on that roller. Good for 4 and 4. Yes, and 3 and 3. That's it. And 2. Push that leg away. 2. Last one. Last one. Beautiful. Find center and then lower down. Thank goodness that's over with. Okay, hopefully we're warm by this point. Let's grab your roller again. You're gonna have a seat on the roller, but now it's going to be kind of perpendicular on your mat. So you're gonna have a seat on the roller. Yeah. And then your legs will be straight out in front of you, but kind of the width of the mat-ish. Yeah, okay. So your sits bones are maybe not just quite on the roller. They might be just a hair behind, just a hair. Yeah, you might have to resituate some things. So feet are flexed, all right? And I want you to dig your heels down. If there's any pressure in your knees, right, you can always bend your knees, right? You can always try it with bent knees, okay? Let's reach the arms forward. Find that space between fingertips and chest here. Now, don't let your weight shift off of the roller. And now just round forward. Just round forward and stretch forward. Yeah, beautiful, good. And then from tail to crown, you stack your spine all the way up, getting taller, taller, taller. Beautiful. Again, round up and over. Think center spine drawing behind you. And then keep that curl of the tailbone under. Good. And then roll yourself back up. This roller gives you a lot of feedback. Like it tells you if your weight is shifting forward, but it makes the spine stretch deeper. I like it. Good, and then stack back up. Now we're gonna do 3 with a little variation, okay? So as you round forward, I want you to grab onto your big toes. If you need to bend your knees, that would be me, do so. So grab onto your big toes. There you go, good. Now keep holding onto your big toes and now find a flat back. Stick your booty out. There you go. Chest goes forward, perfect. And now lift your arms up and just lean yourself back to that start position. There you go. Good, let's do that again. We round up and over, still keeping the weight back into your hips. Grab onto your big toes. You kind of stick the booty out, heart opens, heart reaches forward, arms pick up, and then we shift back to the start position. Last one, round up and over. Curl the tailbone under. Grab onto the big toes, almost kind of like we're pulling the chest forward. Should feel kind of good. Arms lift, and then we come back to center. Fabulous. Okay, so let's do away with the roller again. I know it's not the smoothest transition we're doing here, but just set it off to the side. Lie down on your back again. Yeah, for a little bit of tick-tock here. Okay, so we're gonna start with the arms down. If you're on a Cadillac or a raised tower like this, or even a raised mat, you could take your hands to the side here. We'll eventually do it with no hands, okay? So let's bring your knees into your chest. Let's find that long imprint. So really stick your ribs into the mat. Now straighten your legs up to the sky. Let's find a little Pilates V here. So think even with your toes apart, still think, or your big toes apart, still thinking of them being on an even plane. Your shoulders and your ribs are gonna stay heavy. Legs go over to the right. Yes, so your left hip lifts, but get your ribs and your shoulder into the mat and then bring your legs back to center. Keep your heels pinned together. Legs go up and over to the other side. Get your right shoulder blade, get your right rib into the mat. Get it deep, 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 and then bring the legs back to center. Let your arms help you because we're about to take them away. Over to the other side. Yes, right? And then back to center. Again, other side. Yes, right shoulder blade, right rib, get it heavy, get it heavy. It's tough, I know. And then bring the legs back to center. Okay, now bring your arms up to the ceiling. Please don't let it fall off, okay? Find the opposition through fingertips and chest. Shift the legs over to the right. Try not to let the arms wave over to the other side. I know. Good. And then back to center. Good. Legs go up and over to the other side. Right shoulder blade, right rib stay down. Good. And then back to center. One more time each side. You got it. I know you want to move those arms. It's like a little dance. You're trying not to. Good. And then back to center. Good. Legs go over. Again, ribs, shoulder blade. Keep it heavy, 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 heavy. Good. And then back to center. Awesome. Just hug the knees in. Take a moment. Maybe turn your head from right to left. Nice work. So let's set up your roller again and have a seat on it, kind of like how we did for spine stretch. So set it like perpendicular. There you go. Yep. To the mat. So we're going to do our saw and then we'll flip over and do our swan. So seated just like your spine stretch, legs are going to be out in front of you, kind of the width-ish of the mat. Feet are flexed. Have a bend to the knees if you need. So feel that heel connection down, but also kind of pulling in. And now let's take the arms, let's take them out to that letter T. Think of opening up your wingspan. I like a fist. If you want to go long fingertips, you do you, okay? So again, really taking the feedback from the roller here. I just want you to lift and twist to the right. Just lift and twist. Notice any shift in the roller in the pelvis. And then come back to center. Lift and twist to the left. Think of growing taller. Yeah, good. And then back to center. Now lift and twist to the right. Good. You're going to round up and over, left hand to your right pinky toe. Right arm reaches back in opposition. Remember, the weight stays in your hips. Yes, good. And now we stack up tall, get deeper into your twist. We come back through center. We lift and twist to the other side. I'll get out of your way. Yep. And then go up and over. Feel like that back hand is really reaching away in opposition. Yep, good. And then we stack up tall. I'll get out of your way. And then other side, up and over. Really think of pulling the ribs back. Again, equal weight into your hips. You got it. Again, up. I think this feels really good, to be honest. Such a nice stretch. And again, really think of creating space in your back. Sides of the neck are long, of course. Beautiful. And then go ahead and stack up tall. Go ahead and find center and just lower the arms down. Okay, let's go ahead and flip over for your swan. So when you're lying on your stomach, you're gonna have kind of like the roller underneath your forearms-ish. Feel free to adjust. Yes, perfect. And if you can, your head will be down. There you go. So your arms are about shoulder width-ish distance apart. If it's too much on your neck, just widen them up a little bit, no worries. So harder position will be legs together. Having them slightly apart is a little bit nicer on the low back. So I want you to feel this energy out through your toes and then feel like your pubic bone is going into the mat and your low belly is kind of lifting up away from the mat. All right, so I want you to keep your big toes down. I want you to push down into your forearms and start to lift your chest, lift your ribs, come up into your extension. Feel like your heart is reaching over past the roller. Beautiful. And then just lengthen all the way down. So big toes stay down, legs stay strong, whether they're together or apart. Let's do that again. Ribs lift, low belly lifts, all the bellies lift, chest reaches forward, collarbone broadens at the top. There you go. And then we just kind of roll or lengthen back down. Good. Couple more times here. Remember, always go for length over height and extension. Low belly lifts, ribs lift, chest lifts. There you go. Heart reaches forward so the tailbone stays nice and long. Awesome. Good. And then lengthen back down. Beautiful. Even here, find a little bit of that pull apart on the roller, just like you would a roll down bar. Last one here. There you go. Think of chest going forward, armpits gliding down the side body. Awesome. And then we lengthen to come all the way down. Nice job keeping your toes down. Okay, let's go ahead now. We're gonna flip over onto our back. We're gonna place the roller underneath your feet. We're gonna test the booty. So roller goes underneath your arches. You're lying on your back, knees are bent. Okay, so you've got to have a talk with your butt right now because otherwise the hamstrings are going to want to be the star of the party. Your arms are long and heavy into the mat, just like chest expansion. Little nod to your chin. All right, and then feel like and your feet are about hip socket distance apart. So open up your feet a little bit more. Good, okay. So we're gonna start off kind of small here, okay? So try to keep the roller stable. Take a big breath in, and then on your exhale, tilt your pelvis back, squeeze your butt cheeks like crazy, find a little booty hover. Tiny booty hover. So ribs are still into the mat, little tailbone hover. Hold, 2, 3, and then just lengthen back down. Okay, remember you can always go back to this. All right, let's do that again. All right, tilt your pubic bone back, kind of roll through that tucked imprint. Maybe you come up a little bit higher, test the boundaries. You really got to squeeze your sits bone muscles together and then roll back down. Okay, now try to come up bigger into your bridge. Think of lifting the butt creases up away from the floor, but keeping your chest nice and soft. Okay, now once you're here in your bridge, all right, I want you to reach the toes forward and then rock back on your heels. Reach the toes forward, rock back on your heels. You have got to be talking to your cheeks right now. They are the star of the party. Keep closing your sits bones, keep closing the Frigidaire doors. Are you feeling things? She's very composed right now. I would be crying and whining, okay? Yep, for 3, you got it. And 2, see how big you can make this last one. Last one, toes reach up and over. Good. We rock back on the heels. Good. Find somewhat center and then just melt down through your spine. Roll down, roll down, roll down. Okay. Once again, you can go back to this, but we're going to try it single leg. Okay. So get yourself sorted. All right. Arms, get them heavy. They're your support system. And then start to roll your pelvis back, starting with both feet on. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Right? Really like squeeze them. Okay. Can you bring your right leg either up into tabletop or straight up? Either you hold this position or can we rock back on that left heel for 3? Woo, I know it might slip. I got you. And 2. And last one. Ooh, stabilize that roller. Good. Place your right foot down. Let's go right to the other side. Oh, I know. Hello, right butt crease. Left leg up wherever you want. You're going to rock forward and then rock back. Keep trying to lift your butt crease up away from the floor. There you go. But of course, your neckline is open. I know I'm going to try to hold the roller for you. Good. This is your last one, or finish the rep that you're on. Beautiful. Place both feet down. And then roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. Yeah, ooh is right. Okay, so just stretch your legs out to where like the back of your ankles are on the roller here. Good, and then just bring your right knee into your chest, grab onto the back of the leg. Yep, perfect. And then just think like kind of a lying down tree. So just straighten the leg up and then bends the knee. Good, straighten the leg up and then bends the knee. We straighten the leg up, hold here, and just give me a couple point and flex. And then feel like your right hip is steady, reaching towards the roller or down the left inner thigh. Awesome. Okay, let's switch sides. Right leg goes down. Think of this just a quick intermission. Push the leg into the hands also while pulling. We bend and straighten a couple times. Maybe release some tension from the neck. You did really good though. I tell you what, when I did this, my hamstrings cramped up so bad. Like it was one of the worst hamstring cramps. And she warned me. She was like, you gotta be in your butt. I was like, I'm trying. Oh, it was tough. Okay. All right. So let's now, you've done your point and flex and all those fun things. Let's go ahead and flip over onto your stomach again for a little bit of swimming. So set yourself up just like you did for swan. So your arms are straight and your forearms are, or hands are on the roller. Legs are long behind you, head is into the mat. So please, if you're one that tends to go right into your neck, take your arms a little bit wider, more like a Y rather than an I. Legs, again, they're long. We're gonna keep them down for this first little bit, but your tailbone is long, your pubic bone is reaching into the mat here, okay? So feel that same support up through your low belly. And all I want you to do is just lift your right arm up, if you can, I know, and then lower it down. Lift your left arm up. Think of it being attached at your back and then down. Good, right arm up. Yes, and then down, left arm up, good, and down. Okay, so now let's try to do the full here. Can you hover your feet up, hover your legs up, hover your arms, your chest up? There you go, so find this long, it might roll away, that's okay, good. Now use the roller as like your start and stop position. So right arm lifts up, left leg lifts up, good, and then down. Left arm, right leg, there you go. And then start to swim here. See how fast you can make it, all while keeping your support system through your low belly. Right, so low back stays nice and open. There you go. And keep working into length rather than height. You have 3 and 2 and 1. Awesome, lower everything down. Good, just sit your hips back to your heels. Just never mind the roller, just go for a quick child's pose or shell stretch here. Yeah. Okay, so let's come back again, lying down with your back along the roller, kind of like how we did in the beginning of class. So whichever way you want to face here.
I guess.
All right, so this next one, it's kind of a variation on a teaser-ish. We do what we can, okay? We do what we can. So let's do this. I'm starting off in the wrong position. Let's have you up into a seated position. So let's go ahead and come up to a seated position. I know. And then I want you to take your arms behind you. Yeah, so we're kind of leaning back a little bit, kind of in this half roll back, half teaser position, okay? So really think of like scooping the low belly, kind of tucking the pelvis a little bit. All right, so again, feel free to adjust your hands. Can you bring one leg up in a tabletop? Bring the other leg up to meet it. Good, okay. So here, right, if you need to move yourself back, we just wiggle the arms back a little bit, no worries, okay? If you can, could you straighten your legs out to your teaser angle, okay? The goal here is keeping the legs still, whether they're bent or straight, right? Could you now just start to roll yourself back? It's kind of an ungraceful shimmy of the hands back. Good, and then kind of roll yourself up. So it's just like a couple inches, I know. Yeah. You can, exactly, you have to slide them back, but I want you to keep this low belly really scooping in and up. There you go, and then making it about the chest going up and over your belly. I know, right? And obviously you're on this freaking roller that you just wanna roll off of. So a couple more times here, Buddha, you love to, geez, even he's about to fall off. Good, one more here. There you go, good. And then you roll yourself up. Beautiful, with grace. We bend the knees, we place the feet down. Awesome, okay. So let's go ahead and come off of that. Let's switch the roller back to that perpendicular position across the mat. All right, and let's get ready for some planks. So if this is absolutely awful for you, like on your wrist, please come onto your forearms or maybe take your hands onto the mat. So let's start with your hands onto the roller. Okay, about shoulder width distance apart. Feel the lift up through the low belly, the lift up through the chest, and now step your feet back. Just step your feet back for your plank. Legs zipped up is gonna be the harder position. Yeah. Okay, so now keep this kind of opposition up through your chest, down through your arms. It's gonna be through your heels or your ankles. Can you rock forward and then rock back? Rock forward and then rock back. Try to keep your inner thighs zippered up even if they're apart. Good. Now I want you to point your toes. Try not to let the roller slide out from under you. Can you drop your head round your spine like you were gonna lift your hips up and they were gonna go back behind you? Maybe, I know, good. Yes, kind of like an up stretch. And then the hips are gonna lower down. You kind of undulate out, finds that plank again. Beautiful, so just like reformer, just like up stretch, drop your head. There you go, kind of roll yourself up. There you go. So you have to kind of keep the roller pulling into you because otherwise you might just push it away. Good. And we kind of drop the hips, kind of roll out. Heart reaches forward, chest stays lifted though. Last one here, killing it right now. There you go. Keep lifting up through your center. Yeah, good. And then hips lower down. We kind of roll out. Find your long line. Beautiful. And then just bend your knees, lower everything down. Okay. Work, right? Now we're going to try it with the feet on the roller. So, however which way you want to get there. I remember I was super scared doing this. So you know what, for you, just because my thing is really slippery, I'll place this here. I just got a sticky pad under because this mat is like really slippery. But honestly, the roller didn't move nearly as much as I thought. So we're kind of going to do the same thing that we did, only now our feet are on the roller. So hands are on the mat. Feet are on the roller. Can you find your plank here? I'll let go. So first, let's just start by finding plank. Okay, for this entirety of this move, even if you're just holding plank, I want you to feel like you're pulling the roller under you or like towards your face. So there's a strong push down through the balls of your feet. Now from here, can you drop your head, round your spine, almost as if those hips were gonna shift back towards the roller. I know, shift on those feet. There you go. Keep trying to pull the roller into you, right? So there's the heels into the shoulder blocks on the reformer. Good. And then we kind of roll yourself out. She's doing an incredible job of this. I'm glad she's doing this and not me, because I was horrible at this. Yep, good. Drop your head, lift up through the ribs. Yep, keep the drop of the tailbone, right? So we're staying rounded. There we go. We're trying to push the hips back. Yep, last one here. We kind of roll out. You got it. Keep trying to pull the roller under you. Last one here. Roll yourself up. Hips are trying to shift back. We're trying to pull the roller under, under, under. Good. And then undulate, roll yourself out. You got it. Beautiful. And then bend your knees, lower everything down. Holy cannoli, right? Yeah, good. Shake out the wrists because we're going to do a couple more things on the wrists and then we can be done. Okay. So let's now, we're going to still stay on the hands, but I want you to take your shins on the roller. So this is why I was wanting you to have a softer roller. And then we're going to start closer to the knees than your ankles, but because we're going to be gliding the roller in and out. Yep. So start closer to your knees, please not on your knees. Yep. And hands will be underneath your shoulders. Okay. So legs can be slightly apart. They can be all the way zipped up together here. All right. So just like your plank, you're going to keep the lift up through your belly. Okay. In fact, we're going to round a little bit here. Yeah. So really tuck the tail and feel like the weight is more into your upper body and into your belly rather than your legs. Now, could you now pull the roller into you like you're pulling your knees into your chest? Beautiful. And then slide the legs back out. You got it. There we go. Pull the knees in, lift the belly off your thighs. Good. And then press it back out. Obviously, right, we're trying to get as light as we can in the shins, because otherwise it's a lot of weight there. Good, now send the roller out and hold here. Could you bring your right knee into your chest? Holy cannoli, keep the right knee in, and now can we do that same in and out with the left knee? There you go, good. Keep trying to lift up. Maybe you shift more forward. You have 2. We're only gonna do 3 on each side because these are tough. Good, last one. Yes, good. Send the roller back. Right shin comes down, left knee into your chest. Feel like it could touch your ear. Pull the roller into you. Good. And then send it back out. Making this look good. 2 more here. Pull it in, and lift the belly. Good. Last one. Good. Lift, 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 lift. Good. Send it back. Place the shin down. Take a moment. Get your shins off the roller. She killed that. I definitely had to bail on that one. That one was so tough. Like I could not get weight into my stomach and into my arms with that one. It's really tough. So let's, for this last one, you can choose to do push-ups on the roller, or you can choose to do push-ups with your hands onto the mat. Okay, so let's have the roller at the end of your mat. Let's go ahead and do that. And then take your hands onto the roller. You can always hold plank here. There you go. And now I'll move this out of your way for you. Awesome. So go ahead and step your feet back, find your plank. Now, when you do your push-ups, you can either go narrow with your elbows or angled at kind of a 45. Okay, just don't wing them out to the side. Okay, legs are strong. Let's do 3 push-ups here. We bend and straighten. Feel like your chest is going forward the entire time. There you go. Good. Pull that roller apart. Last one here. Beautiful. Now pike the hips up. Perfect. Take your hands down to the mat. If you can't, there you go. I know. And then walk your hands all the way in to where your hips are now over your feet. And then just stay here for a second. Let your head hang. Maybe you bend and straighten a knee. Maybe you kind of wiggle out the hips. Shake your head yes. Shake your head no. Beautiful. And then go ahead and just find yourself centered. And then just start to roll yourself up. Just getting taller than when you finished, all the way at the top. It might cut her head off. Yes, but you are done. Awesome work today, y'all. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Let me know what you felt, any struggles that you had, anything you liked, disliked, all the things. And I hope to see you again. Thanks, y'all.